Freedom to Talk Day, I am adding in my voice to this movement that we have going on, to talk about the different professions and how the work that I do as a clinical mental health counselor impacts people.
Hi there, my name is Jordan, pronouns she and her, and I'm a licensed clinical addiction specialist as well as a licensed clinical mental health counselor.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Moran, and I'm a licensed mental health counselor in New York State. Here in New York City, I am a clinician and a coach, someone who helps individuals, couples, and groups process trauma, mental health concerns, explore their identity, and dismantle internal inferiority and superiority. I focus predominantly on amplifying the voices of queer, trans, and gender nonconforming individuals, as well as people of color.
I currently work at a facility-based crisis unit. As a counselor there, I help them work on an aftercare plan. I provide individual counseling and at times group counseling as well. This female client of ours who had been there many, many times, she came to our unit quite often, I would say about 8 times a year, and it just seemed like what we were doing just wasn't working for her. But she finally came back a few months ago, and she was ready for a change, and I was able to provide counseling to her, and I was able to help her get into a halfway house where she would be around other women in recovery, where she would have the support of staff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and where she would also have intensive outpatient services. I was also able to see her because that facility was actually on our campus, so I was able to watch her grow through the months and just flourish into this wonderful human being, the person that she kind of lost when she was in active addiction.
Because talking about myself and what I do to help others is not something that I ever do. So what I can say is what I get from it is my life in every sense. Therapy, if you haven't been in therapy before, therapy is a relationship that you have with someone who is insightful and trained with different skills that they can help you through things, and more importantly teach you how to go through things in your life, making them not as difficult, not as scary, and not as heavy as they would otherwise feel. And so that's one of the things that I really enjoy, helping people learn how to have better relationships, more satisfying relationships. And when I see someone coming in who is very stressed and very troubled about a relationship, to see them go out on the other side, whether that's 3 weeks later or 6 months later, however long that they want to stay in the process, seeing them come out on the other side and seeing their confidence and the growth and the realness and the tangible confidence that they have going out as a result of the work that they've put in to learning how to do better relationships is bar none an incredible feeling. And I knew when I signed on to become a therapist that those were the type of conversations that I wanted to have in my life.
It's been so humbling to be a clinician and a coach for folks because it gives me the opportunity to help them reclaim their authentic selves. And it also has afforded me the opportunity to support gender-expansive clients in accessing gender-affirming care. As a clinical supervisor, I get to help other clinicians develop skills so that they can best assist other marginalized communities. And as a consultant, I have the fortunate opportunity to assist agencies and organizations to create inclusive spaces through policies, procedures, and ways of interacting with each other that protect those who are most vulnerable and create brave and safe spaces for them to operate within the organization and agency.
people come in and they want to change their relationships, and whether it's with themselves or with someone else, and I get to help them do that, and I get to have a lot of fun conversations and some difficult conversations sometimes. Growth is hard sometimes, and so my hope is that every client through the process always feels that it is a fun experience working with me. I don't think that going through hard things should have to be so hard, and it can actually be a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and so that's the primary thing that a counselor does, and it's a very rewarding experience for me.
I love helping folks like release the stigma around seeking help and being engaged in therapy or coaching services. We all need help sometimes, and I think it's incredibly brave and really courageous to take that step towards prioritizing yourself and prioritizing your needs and your healing.
I just hope that if you are struggling with mental health or substance use, that you reach out, because there are people out there who are ready to help you. Thank you.